it really showcased her body. It really had like movement. It was alive by itself. I feel like the gown was really a statement piece, in the sense that if you walk into a room with this gown, there is no way that someone is not gonna notice you. It's like everyone has to turn around and just be like, give you a moment of attention. Hello everyone, welcome once again to my channel. It's your boy Luis Portelles, and for today's video we have a very special one because we're gonna be talking about the evening gown competition of Miss Grand International 2021, and this is precisely for the preliminary competition. Miss Grand International just took place a few hours ago, and just like most of you guys, I was following the pageant closely because I cannot wait to see the gowns, the walk, the swimsuit, all of it. It's so exciting. And you already know that I had to come up with the list with my topics for each one of those competitions. So this video in particular is going to be all about the evening gowns, but I will also have a separate video on my channel which will be all about the swimsuit competition. So once you check out this one, don't forget to go and check out the other as well, so that you stay in the loop. So I prepared a list of 10 candidates that in my opinion really stood out the most from the other ones, and for each one of them I'll be giving you some of my comments and feedback about their entire performance during this segment of the competition. As usual, I hope that you enjoy my video. If you do, please don't forget to leave a like so that my video gets recommended to more people. Subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one almost every single day. And last but not least, let me know in the comment section what did you think about my list, my comments, my feedback, and do you think that I should have included someone else on the list? Alright my friends, so without further ado, let's get into today's video. I really hope that you enjoy it.
Be strong.
So let's get right into it. For the first one on the list, we have Miss Cambodia. And the first thing that I can tell you that I really liked about this gown is the fact that it's so daring. In my opinion, you know, like this design that it has around her breast, it honestly makes me think of like women's sexuality, empowerment, being rebel, going against the norms of patriarchy. And I love that because I feel like pageants are really an opportunity for women to take control and speak for themselves. And talking about this design, it also reminded me a little bit of the Madonna iconic cone bras, you know, of course not in the shape of a cone, but you get the reference. And overall, I thought that the gown looked very elegant, very polished, a little bit of see-through, so it adds a little bit to that tantalizing feeling. And Miss Cambodia herself, I mean, I feel like she did an amazing job, you know, presenting herself and also showing us the gown as a whole. Number 9 on the list, we have my kababayan, my compatriota, Miss Cuba. And I really enjoyed her gown because, well, first thing that came to mind was that it was different from everyone else's, you know, especially when you look at it from the front, because it was very simple and it was also showing a lot of skin. However, what I did like the most about her gown is that she was not swallowed by it. On the opposite end, the gown really allowed her to shine, and rather than the gown wearing her, she was wearing the gown. Do you see what I mean? Like, the gown did not steal the spotlight from her, and she still looked amazing. Especially when she turned around, you can see a little bit more detail, you know, and there are these elements, these crystals that are attached to the back of the gown and go all the way up to her wrist. So I thought that was a beautiful element. Whenever she moved, everything followed, so it was very elegant, very regal. I loved it. Number 8 on the list, we have Miss Costa Rica. And for this one in particular, I mean, I've been giving Miss Costa Rica a lot of flowers all throughout this competition. I believe that she is really one of the candidates that really does not disappoint. And this segment during the evening gown competition was no exception. I really thought that her gown looked amazing. Even the way that she presented herself on stage, very smooth, very calm, but still keeping that essence that she has, which is like very sexy, with a touch of innocence. I really like that about her. The gown itself was nothing crazy when it comes to the design, so it was a traditional gown. However, I did like the color combination. I thought that it was very pretty and it did complement her very well. So there you go, I had to give her a spot. Number 7, we have Miss Indonesia, who, in my opinion, took a risk and went for a darker shade, a dark gown. I thought that it really contributed to her looking very mysterious, very dramatic, you know, very sexy at the same time. And those are things that, when you think about it, you really want to have those elements during this type of competition. Although a dark gown was not the obvious choice, I really think that she was able to pull it off and run away with it, because this was a home run. Now Miss Indonesia, we have talked about her before. Her body is stunning and the gown really did complement that, really showed her shapes very well, her curves. And I mean, when it comes to her pasarela, I really feel like she did an amazing job, not only presenting herself but also showing us the gown and really blending the best of both worlds. Number 6 on the list, we have Venezuela, which in my opinion, I mean, what is new for Venezuelans? I mean, she looked amazing. Miss Venezuela is another one of the candidates that so far within the competition she has been doing very, very well. Her technique is very precise, her presentation skills are very strong, and there is just like this aura about herself that really is very commending. That also did translate to this presentation for the evening gown competition. I think that the gown was beautiful. It wasn't like a crazy design or anything revolutionary. However, it did really show her under a very positive light. I do have to say that I did enjoy as well this piece of fabric that she had going from her shoulder all the way down, and I feel like this might be like a new trend. Maybe not new, but like I've seen it lately with Venezuelan queens. I do like it, I enjoy it. I feel like it adds like a flow and a rhythm whenever the queen is walking. Already her walk is very pretty, but imagine this piece of fabric just like following her and, you know, playing with the wind. Beautiful, nothing to complain. I loved it. I want more. Number 5 or numero 5, we have Puerto Rico. Once again, I feel like Puerto Rico is one of the pageant powerhouses. The more that I look at their candidates, the more that I see the huge potential that this candidate has. Now, I am not crazy like head over heels about the gown. However, I feel like when you mix her presentation, her aura, and the gown itself, she really deserved, you know, this spot within my list. So the gown itself, it's a golden gown. So already she looks like a trophy, shining, you know, a little bit of see-through, so playful and sexy. But what really sold it for me was her attitude. I don't know what is it about the girls from Puerto Rico, but I really feel like they get a training not only with the walk and, you know, the gowns and what they wear and the styling, but really, you know, as a whole, the presentation, everything is like so spot on. I don't even know how to describe it, but I'm pretty sure that you guys understand what I'm saying. There was just this perfect flow that whenever she would move, I would just like follow like this and be like in awe of, oh my god, she's amazing. I know that's right. And no pun intended, but Miss Puerto Rico did feel very grand. Number 4 on the list, we have Miss Colombia. And oh my god, y'all, I am still recovering from this presentation. First of all, the gown, deadass, that was one of the most beautiful gowns that I saw on that stage. Everything from the construction of the gown, you know, the elements that they added on the shoulders, the crystals, I mean the see-through, it was sexy. It really showcased her body. It really had like movement. It was alive by itself. I feel like the gown was really a statement piece in the sense that if you walk into a room with this gown, there is no way that someone is not gonna notice you. It's like everyone has to turn around and just be like, give you a moment of attention. And once again, Colombia is one of the countries that is very strong at training their queens. So when you combine such a powerful gown with such a powerful candidate, it really was a magical result. I am more than happy with it, and I had to give it the number 4 spot because I feel like perhaps someone who didn't have as many skills with even the same gown wouldn't have been able to be so impactful. So it's just like the perfect mix of all of those elements that you want to find in a beauty queen. They were right there. Number 3 on the list is a candidate who has been giving us a lot of surprises lately, and I really enjoyed her during this particular segment. Of course, I'm talking of Miss Brazil. Going back to her national costume, she really proved that you don't always need like the biggest, you know, costumes and the biggest props to make an impact. And I also feel like she went with the same approach for the evening gown. Now, she wore a completely red gown, which that is, once again, a statement color. Not everyone can pull off red. You need to have the attitude to embody. Red is passion. Red is rough. Red is intensity. There is just something about her that is very commanding and very hypnotizing. I don't know if it's the hair, I don't know if it's the very subtle makeup, but you really have to keep your eyes on this girl. The gown itself, I really like the balance that it brought. You know, like you had the feathers, you have the crystals, you had this, you know, very close to the body shape that really enhanced her body. And we know that she is a taller girl with not as, you know, pronounced body curve. So I did like that the gown really brought a little bit more visibility to that aspect of her. And with her height, I just thought that she looked like a statue. She belongs in a museum. Please go ahead, put her in a museum right now. I love it, Miss Brazil. Number 2 on the list, we have Philippines. Yo, let me tell you, when Samantha Penlilia turned around and she went like this, I was like, that's it, it's over for all of y'all. Like, pack your things and go home. Honestly, I really love the element of surprise that Samantha Panlilio brought to the competition. It makes it exciting for the fans, it makes it exciting for the audience. I just feel like it takes us, you know, a little bit outside of our comfort zone, and in my opinion, this is really the future of pageants. You know, make it more fun, more engaging for the audience. And although in my opinion this is the future of pageants, I did like how her gown was also kind of a tribute to, you know, the history of pageants in the Philippines. I was actually watching a video that Tita Lavinia posted on her channel where she was talking about the references on the gown, and I thought that it was so clever, you know, that they came up with a concept that was not only very modern and paying a tribute, you know, like a homage to those queens that came before her. That's something that I really like about Samantha and her team, is there is always that attention to detail, that little thought, which in my opinion, it really makes a huge difference, because that's, you know, how you separate normal candidates from the ones who are really standing out. The overall design, once again, I feel like it was very original. Like I was telling you for Miss Cuba, I don't feel like anyone had anything similar to Sam, so she really was standing out for me. Her technique is flawless as always. I mean, we've been following her here on the channel for a while, and we know how much she worked on the technique, so I was not even worried for that. And when it comes to the gown overall, props to the designer, because the craftsmanship and just the overall quality of this gown, remarkable. I am in awe. Loved it. I want more every single day. Give me more, Sam. Alright everyone, and last but not least, actually number one on my list, we have Dominican Republic. Okay, Dominican Republic, honestly, I don't even know where to start to compliment this girl, because I feel like she really understood the assignment. You know that assignment? She understood. First of all, let's talk about her a little bit before even this competition. Talking back to the previous swimsuit competition that happened, you know, on the dock, and also, you know, the little interviews and things that and videos that the organization has been posting. I really feel like there's something about Dominican Republic, her aura, I don't know, her communication skills, her presentation skills. She just reminds me of like Naomi Campbell. She is like really on that level. And now when you take such a strong aura, such a strong personality, and you put it on stage with an evening gown, let me drink water. She absolutely nailed it. And let me tell you, what I feel like it really sold it for me was the fact that the gown was blending with the backdrop. Like the colors of the gown were precisely the same colors of the backdrop. So it just looked like she was on the right place at the right time, and it was just meant to be. That was really what sold it for me. Besides, of course, the fact that the gown was extremely beautiful, there was a lot of attention to detail. I feel like, you know, I was commanding a few candidates here and there for a few things. I feel like her gown really incorporated most of those things. So it was like she gave us a lot without oversaturating it, right? So once again, having such a strong gown with then such a strong candidate presentation, facial expression, she sold it. The hair movement, everything was just flawless. I cannot complain. I am happy. So there you have it, you guys. Those were pretty much my topics for the evening gown presentation of the preliminary competition of Miss Grand International 2021. So let me know in the comment section, what did you think about my topics and my comments? And once again, I'm very open to a conversation. So if there's someone that I did not include on the list, feel free to let me know in the comments. Tell me why you would have included them on the list. And while you're at it, please don't forget to like this video so that it gets recommended to more people. Let's spread the word. Subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one almost every single day. And also don't forget to check my other video about the swimsuit presentation of the preliminary competition. Last but not least, come here and give me a hug, because that's a little tradition on the channel. You know that I love you and that I appreciate you. Thank you for spending some time here with me, and until I see you next time, my friends, please stay safe, be kind to one another, sending you all my love, all my kisses, and I'll see you on the next one.